Welcome back, y'all. Old School Wednesday in full effect. Before we even start, let me just shout out to Rhino Records for making all of this possible. Do you recognize these fellas? Scorpio, Raheem, Grandmaster, Flash, Furious 5, keeping me company.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. Without a doubt. Working it out. Fellas, please paint the picture for Les and everybody in Rep City. What year are we talking about? 1970, 80?
I started with the group. Scorp was there before me. I started with the group the summer of 1978. Wow, where we? It's getting ready to be 20 years next year.
Second decade. Where were y'all in 1978? Now take me back to like the style of Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 back then.
Well, before Grandmaster Flash, it definitely was Cool Herc. Got to big him up. You know, it was a brother that came, out the Bronx, and he started hip-hop music, you know what I mean? But only thing that he didn't have that we brought to the table was, like he started like saying, like you go to his party, you hear stuff like, and yes, sure, you now listening to the sound of DJ Cool Herc, Timmy Tim and Coke the Rock, what have you.
Right.
And brothers like us was the ones that actually put it on like rhyme form, like if Flash playing the music, we started like yes, yes, sure, to the beat, y'all. The beat, stuff that sound corny now to some people, but back then it was on and popping.
Phrases from then are currently being used, and I believe will continue to be reused, because music, just like fashion, is a cycle, and everything that was turns out to be is after,
As far as, I don't mean to cut you off, but as far as it like turned to a point where we actually to start making money is after Sugar Hill record came out, because, brothers was coming to us in the past like way back to make a record way before Sugar Hill.
I don't think you know who these fellas are. Oh my God, Harry, do you know them by name? Each and every last member of the Crash Crew.
You're embarrassing.
Oh, he's nervous. His palms are all clammy and things.
Here's the truth. The Crash Crew, to me, is one of the most influential and important groups in my life. But I never got to meet these brothers until this moment.
Why have these fellas been so influential in hip-hop?
I think one of the reasons was that they were tremendously, the entire time the Crash Crew was recording, underrated. They never got as much of the attention that they deserved for the incredible arrangements they came together with. The arrangements were out of this world.
And the vocals.
Vocals were incredible, power-packed, different sounds and textures that they put on their records, different topics. But they never got the above-ground recognition that some of the other label mates, with certainly no disrespect or belittling the Grandmaster Flash, for example, or even Sequence, or some of the other acts that are on Sugar Hill, certainly. And every record was a thrill. Every record was a ride. It was like hang on for dear life. Crash Crew was in the house.
Daryl, tell me about one of the best moments, like at the top of the Crash Crew's career, that you remember.
The best moment at the top of our career, to me, was making High-Powered Rap, a record with G-Man sung on.
You're walking down the street with your box in your hand, and you're playing the music of the Poison Clan.
We could have called the real one.
The original Poison Clan.
He is taking us there.
No doubt.
The future of the Crash Crew, where's it headed?
All right. We got two new records out now called The Champagne Flights and Real Hip Hop on Mind Bending, so y'all check that for us. And we got an album coming up 9/7 and Forever, the legendary Crash Crew. So check for that also.
That's right, because we ain't going nowhere.
Okay. So Harry, they ain't going nowhere. Rep City, Crash Crew ain't going nowhere.
I'm thrilled.
Woo! Give us another song.
We don't want to be left behind.
All we want to do is just blow your mind just
one more time.
All right, Rap City, we're still doing our thing up here at the Harlem Music Hut. Once again, much love to Rhino Records for making all of this classic old school stuff go down. Now, Harry, see this fella right here in the brown hat? He rolls up on me. He's like, you know who I am? I'm like, not exactly. He's like, you know my music? And I'm scratching my head going, well, maybe if you sing me a couple of bars. Why was I sleeping? Funky 4+1. Hello, fellas, hello. Now tell us about the Funky 4. And back in the day, Rodney, tell us, a little history about you guys. School me, please.
Well, Funky 4 is considered like the Temptations of rap. We brought entertainment to the hip hop, you know. So not just rapping, we did our little dance routines, and it kind of, you know, set everything off. What else could I say?
Funky Four were the first hip-hop crew to be on national television.
Sure
Yes.
was. Yeah.
Run, drink for that.
That's right.
It was also one of the first rap groups to do dance steps to the rap we were saying, to the rhyming. We was one of the first entertainment, right. And we also was known as the only rap group who has the longest record, Rapping and Rocking the House. 16 minutes long. It's never been another long rap record since, and that was back in 79. But back then we was young and dumb, full of bubblegum state of mind.
But like one thing I want to like just let like everybody in the audience know what Funky Four did and done, what Crash Crew did and done, what Furious 5 did and done, what Treacherous 3 did and done. We're not rappers. We are MCs. We do hip-hop music. The word rap came in the game when, I'm not a racist person, but I feel when like $2 was put into what we was doing, whether it was by a black man or a white man, they changed it into rap. So you can buy it, so it can be marketable enough for a white kid, for whatever, because the black kids was happy with it. I feel it was made like that, for white kids to buy our music and accept it. So just so you know, it's originally hip-hop music. It's a culture. It's a black culture, and it's just like anything else. You know, you don't claim it, you don't stand up for it, you don't take charge. It's going to be taken, it's like going to be exploited, and it's going to be put out and processed in a way you don't want it to be done.
This is my man vansilk, promoter extraordinaire who got all these groups on tour, just got the world to know who they are and what hip-hop is all about, just radio-wise, TV-wise, record-wise. Just
well, first of all, I'm glad to see a lot of these brothers. I haven't seen in a few years. And I was a big fan of theirs, even though I'm older than all of them. But how much older? I'm not ashamed to say I'm 40. I remember all these brothers when they was coming up. You know, we all went through some rough times. You know, half of them wanted to kill me. You know, but that's how it was with back in the day. But we had guys that we don't acknowledge, like the Ray Chandlers and the Mike and Daves and the Arthur Armstrongs. You know, and man, Dip Light. You know. You know, but to me, you know, I was always the one, you know, I was doing shows, you know, and I can't take it away from a lot of other promoters, like AJ, you know, but, and I happened to save a lot of stuff from then, you know.
How hard was it to promote these acts?
It wasn't hard. The easy part about it was that you walk down 116th Street or walk up in the Bronx, you had T-Connection, you had the PAL, you had Mitchell's Gym. It wasn't hard because once you dropped 1,000 flyers, you had 5,000 people that knew about it. A lot of these young kids don't understand today that they sacrificed at the time that they came in for you to be in this business now the easy way. So you shouldn't even be dumb about this business now. No publishing and no nothing. And for them to come, you know, together, you know, they still want to be part of this business, but a lot of younger guys don't accept them because they think they're mad at them.
Right.
They're not mad at them. They just don't want you to be a fool where you don't have to be.
Right. Exactly.
You know, it should be like Scott pointed out earlier. Why can't some of these groups come up and say, well, listen, man, can't you say a few lines on our records? I mean, y'all are actually repeating what they've done 15 years ago.
Absolutely.
Been in effect for some time. Right here, my man Harry Allen, media assassin, vansilk, promoter at large of the old school, new school, and everything else. This man right here holding the fort down on the set. LA Sunshine representing the Treacherous 3.
What's up?
What's going on?
Never done. How you doing?
I am fabulous. Where is the rest of the crew?
Gotta shout them out first. Special K's out of town. Mo D living on the West Coast now, so that's my man, Spoonie G, no diggity. Where we at? Keep it up.
Okay. What did you want people to say about the Treacherous 3? The essence, and were you thinking about? Were you even
launched a career of Cool Mo D,
Right.
Yeah.
For one, it did. He had launched his career, but what we wanted out of it more so than anything else was just to have fun. And it may sound cliche, but back then that's what it was about. We wanted to just get up and have fun. The very first party we did and got paid for, we got pizza. And was totally content.
That was your payment?
Totally content. I mean, I'm serious for carrying freights and speakers and carrying mail. We get pizza at the end of the night. We're like, hey, we rock.
Did you guys have a lot of contractual drama too?
In a nutshell, yeah,
But I ain't mad at nobody.
Okay.
I ain't mad at nobody. And
How did you
I took it as a learning experience for one, you know what I'm saying? And it sounds cliche once again to say that if we didn't go through what we went through, a lot of these brothers that doing their thing now, they wouldn't be in the position they are, so I feel good about that.
You know, it's the history of black music. History of black music.